everyone, welcome back. Welcome back, all the Python enthusiasts. Today we have an exciting topic to discuss callback functions in Python, how to use them with async IO. Callback functions are a powerful concept in programming, and when combined with Python's async IO library, they become even more versatile. So let's dive right in. Before we delve into callback functions with async IO, let's quickly review what callback functions are. In Python, a callback function is a function that's passed as an argument to another function and gets called when a specific event or condition is met. Callback functions are commonly used in asynchronous programming to handle non-blocking operations, and that's where Python's asyncio library comes into play. Speaking of asyncio, asyncio is a powerful library that allows us to write asynchronous code in a more efficient and structured way. It provides us with coroutines, event loops, and other constructs that enable us to perform concurrent and non-blocking input-output operations. Um, let's now see an example of how to use callback functions with asyncio. Suppose we have a scenario where we need to perform multiple input-output operations concurrently and execute a callback function when each operation completes. So here's how we can achieve that using asyncio. Again, I'm going to create a file first, and first I need to import asyncio, right? Async def, and then I'm creating a function perform io underscore operation. Okay, now we are going to simulate an input output operation. So I'm going to use await async io dot sleep, right? So here you can write any code, right? So you can write any code here, and then you need to use the await async io dot sleep, and then we are going to return operation completed. Okay. Now I'm going to create a callback function, and inside this function I'm going to print callback function called with result, and result will be this result, one that has already been returned, right? And now I need to write main function. So again, async def main, and then I'm going to create a list of tasks, and inside this we're having for I in range 5, let's say, task equals to async dot create underscore task, and then we are going to use the function earlier, function that we created earlier, perform underscore io underscore operation. um so this is for this. Okay, yeah, right. And task dot add underscore done, um, underscore callback, and then tasks dot append task. Then we can await asyncio dot gather star tasks. So some packing and unpacking, and then maybe we can asyncio.run main. Maybe we can call the function. So in this example, we define a coroutine. We define perform underscore io underscore operation. So this is a coroutine that simulates an input output operation using asyncio.sleep one. Right? So for 1 second, it's gonna wait. It's gonna sleep. This operation takes 1 second to complete. Next, we define a callback function called callback. So the name of the function itself is callback. It simply prints the result passed to it. So whatever result will be passed to it, it will print it, right? In the main coroutine, we create a list of tasks, right? Um, just a minute. So equal to tasks, right? So we are creating an empty list first. And for demonstration purposes, we create 5 instances of the um, perform underscore io underscore operation coroutine. And for each task, we add the callback function as a callback using add underscore done callback, right? So for each task, we are adding this callback function, right? Finally, we use asyncio.gather to await all the tasks and execute them concurrently, right? This one. So you need to just make this program, run this one, and see what the output is. And because we already did a few videos on this topic, so I think it should be uh, easy for you to understand now. Still, if you don't understand, you can always ask. This was a very simple example. Um, Now, I also want to talk about a few practical applications of uh, this topic. So first of all, callback functions with async IO are widely used in scenarios where we need to handle multiple asynchronous operations, such as making API requests, reading from multiple files, or interacting with databases. And also, um, by using callback functions, we can define the actions or processing logic to be performed when each operation completes, and that allows us to write efficient and responsive code that doesn't block the execution of other tasks, right? And when you're working with callback functions and async IO, there are a few best practices to keep in mind, and we already talked about these in one of the previous videos, so you can check that as well. So first, make sure to handle exceptions properly within your callback functions because they are called by the event loop. So it's essential to handle any errors or exceptions gracefully to avoid crashing your program. Additionally, be mindful of the order of execution when using multiple callbacks. If the order matters, ensure that your callbacks are added and executed in the desired sequence. And lastly, consider using coroutines and asyncio.wait underscore 4 to handle timeouts and cancellation of tasks. So if you do that, uh, you can control the execution flow and you can also handle many other scenarios where a task takes longer than expected. Okay, so these were a few important points along with uh, the example, right? So that brings us to the end of today's video on callback functions in Python with asyncio. We explored how callback functions can be used in combination with asyncio to handle asynchronous operations efficiently and asynchronously. Remember, callback functions are a powerful tool in your Python toolbox, especially when working with asyncio. They allow you to define custom actions to be executed when specific events occur, giving you more control and flexibility in your asynchronous code. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your fellow friends. And happy coding. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care.